Alright guys, so tonight we're working on the 2015 Chevrolet Cruze here. I just want to go over a quick video here on I'm getting ready to tear the exhaust manifold off, and the catalytic converters all connected together here on the exhaust manifold. So we're getting ready to change out the oil cooler here on the back underneath this here exhaust manifold. And you got a shield on here, guys. The shield right here, I went ahead and took that off already, but in order to get that shield off there, guys, you're gonna have to take this first thing I had to do is take this here oxygen sensor off there. And to get those oxygen sensors off, guys, it can be a real challenge getting one of those off of there. I mean, a lot of times they're really froze in there really good. So one way I found, well, a couple ways you could do it. One way, guys, I use what I ended up doing is using the torch here on it, because there was really nothing around other than this hose. You want to make sure you stay away from this hose here, your AC hose, and get your flame right down there on that. And you'll have to, more than likely, guys, you'll have to heat that up really hot in order to break that loose. At least I had to. And all the other times that I've ever had to take O2 sensors off exhaust and change them out, I've always had to heat them up. Or I believe one time I got one loose by just running the motor and letting the exhaust get good and hot. If you don't have a torch, guys, and you need to get that one of those out, you got to get one of these here sockets like this here, guys, to remove your oxygen sensor. See, this one here is an AC Delco 7/8 inch, and it works. That worked on this unit. I think it pretty much a lot of different vehicles that will fit, because it unless you got a Ford or a Chrysler or something, it may be a little different size or something. But on these Chevrolets, like these Blazers, these Corvettes that I got, the 7/8 seems to work on all those for removing the O2 sensors on these. And so you really need you got to have one of these, that's for sure, because your wire fits up through here. You got this wire, unless you don't plan on putting that O2 sensor back in there or taking it out, you could cut the wire and then just use a regular extended or deep well 7/8 socket. Then you could probably get it off that way. But you're still going to need, if you put one back in, you're still going to need one of these here type sockets to get it back in there because of the wiring. But anyways, guys, another way you can possibly break those loose, like I said, I did on one other vehicle, was to let the exhaust or run the car for, I don't know, 15-20 minutes and let that exhaust system get really good and hot. And then once you get the exhaust up there where it's good and hot, guys, you might be able to break it loose that way, getting your exhaust system hot, versus trying to break one of these loose cold. They're really, I was almost afraid of stripping that when I tried to do it, because sometimes you'll almost strip the heads on these here O2 sensors, so you got to be careful on that. You don't want to turn extremely hard, because you're taking a chance of that slipping in there, because as you can see, it's not fully closed there, so you kind of got to be careful on that. Like I said, the best way I've ever found to do them is either get the exhaust good and hot by running the engine for a while till you get that exhaust good and hot, or take if you can get in there with a little one of them little torches like I showed you, and get up in there and heat that up really good, guys. And then it come right out of there. I was able to break it loose. I mean, it turned pretty hard, but I was able to break it loose that way, guys. And so you may have to heat that up a couple different times. I think once you get it good and hot, you should be able to break that loose on most of them vehicles there, guys, on taking your O2 sensor out there. So thought I'd throw that out there, guys. Maybe save you a little bit of a headache trying to take one of these out. Like I said, you want to heat that exhaust system up somehow, because usually these things do not want to come out. And then, guys, also I think what I'm going to do on my other vehicles, I don't know if it withstands the heat or not, but what I end up doing when I put these back together, I put a little anti-seize on there. Now, I don't know, I haven't taken one apart yet that I've had the anti-seize on there, so I don't know if it may get too hot to burn that stuff off. I don't know, but anyways, I go ahead and put a little anti-seize on there. I don't know if it tells the temperature rating on this anti-seize or not. Somewhere on there. Haven't really read on too much on... oh, okay. I guess... wow, so I guess that will probably work for you there, guys. The anti-seize, when you put one of those back together, because it's heat rated to up to 1600 degrees, so... I did not know that. So when you put one of those back together, guys, just throw you a little bit of anti-seize on there on your O2 sensor. That way, if you ever have to tear that back apart, it's going to come out a whole lot easier with the anti-seize on there, because them do get kind of rusty in there. And I went ahead and took a wire brush and cleaned this up because it was rusty in there. And what happens, them rust up because you get you get your moisture in there, and then it hot and cold starting all the time. It really freezes those in there really hard, and they're real hard to get out. But so that's a good thing to know there on that anti-seize, guys. Up to 1600. It looked like minus 65. The heat range on that anti-seize was minus 65 to 1600 degrees Fahrenheit. So I don't think these get that hot in there. I don't know what the temperature. I'm guessing probably maybe 1000 to 1200 degrees, maybe. I don't know. But anyways, guys, I mean, that'd be the way I do it. That's the way I'm going to do it. Put a little anti-seize on there when I throw this thing back together there. So anyways, guys, I thought I'd throw that out there in case you're having some issues on getting one of those O2 sensors out of there. I've changed, I think this one here had, can't remember if it's got 2 or 3. It's either got 2 or 3 in there. And I've changed all the O2 sensors on that vehicle there before. And then also on the 99 black, I've changed all 3 of the, I can't remember if there's 2 or 3 in there. There may be 3 of them in there. I can't remember for sure. But anyways, I ended up changing all those. And then, like I said, on one of these vehicles I ended up just starting the motor up and letting the exhaust get really hot. Let it run for like 15-20 minutes, and then get underneath there right away after you shut the vehicle off and start trying to break them O2 sensors loose. Because once they start cooling down again, you're going to have a hard time getting them out of there. So you want to get them good and hot to break them out. And then also, like I said, be careful you don't strip that head on that, because then you will have a major issue if you start stripping that when you try to take one of these out. And if you do break it loose, guys, and it acts like it doesn't want to, it's still turning really hard, go ahead and tighten it a little bit. Just keep tightening and loosening, until you can get that broke loose enough till it comes out of there easily there, guys. So anyways, guys, thanks for checking out the video on that. Hopefully that might help somebody out there that's trying to take out one of those O2 sensors there and never taken one out before. I thought I'd throw that video out there for somebody that could be trying to figure out how to get that out. And that's basically about the only way you can get some of those out, is to get that exhaust system, get the exhaust system there on that O2 sensor good and hot, either with a little torch or, like I said, starting your motor up and getting your exhaust system really hot there, guys. So that'll wrap this one up there, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.